views expressed in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and do not reflect any affiliated organizations. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, episode 23.
Yeah, that's right.
No Safe Words podcast. I guess we'll get right into the thick of it. We got a long list and itinerary things to discuss this week.
Oh, yeah.
So. Government shutdown.
Dude.
How are we feeling?
What day is it on? Is this like... I feel like it's the second month already with how much I've seen this on the freaking news, but I think it's like the second week.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks.
It's at least the second week.
Well, yeah, it's at least the second
Well,
week.
actually, it's 3 weeks in.
3 weeks. Holy moly.
I love voting for people that don't show up to work.
What's the holdout? Do you guys know?
I mean, we can't agree on things.
Yeah, we can't agree on things. Great. I don't even know. Like, it's so like, I don't know. I said this before. I didn't say this on the podcast, but I said this before to Ant. I didn't say this to you, Mo, but when Trump got elected, I was like, I feel like the next 4 years are going to be 4 years we're all going to want to forget, but has to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, certain things are just going to have to get done. Nobody likes the fact that these things have to get done, but they're going to have to get done. And we're not going to like it, but it has to be done.
All right, so what kind of things have to be done?
I don't know. Like, I mean, this showdown has been building up for like 20 years, just this government showdown. And like, now it's off the board. It's like, it's, you know, they're going to be positioning. There's going to be positioning. But dude, it's both of these groups' fault because they can't get along to talk about anything. Right. And this had to happen. It had to happen at some point. It was going to happen at some point. Anybody who says it was never, it didn't have to happen is full of shit. It was either going to happen this year or is going to happen in the next 3 years. Like, it was going to happen. But like, I don't know, bullying other countries into like better trade deals. Cause like, I don't know, how the fuck was that going to happen? I didn't know it was going to be bullying, but like, that had to happen, right? I think that's going to set us up for success going forward. Well, it's going to be a short-term pain, and even Trump said it.
Hurt in the short term.
Trump even said it at the beginning of of this term. He said, he was like, "Look, there's going to be pain. Well, we're going to have to endure some pain."
Before we go like topic after topic after topic, let's.
Well, you asked. That's
no. I want to, before we go into the next thing, right? Like, let's discuss tariffs then. Like, so you think tariffs are needed?
No, I think tariffs are terrible.
Okay.
They're a tax on us.
Right. So, but you said that they were needed.
I said that trade deals had to be renegotiated.
Yeah.
Okay, so trade deals, and the way to get the trade deals to even be communicated is for us to put our foot down and say, you're either going to have a conversation where we can agree on terms or we're going to tariff you.
I mean, that's the strategy Trump is using. Yes. But I don't see how could, the shit deals we've been making over the last few decades have always hurt us, and this is kind of setting a new baseline. It's like they've been eroding away at us. It's like, well, this is, it's like kind of attuned to like what the Democrats did in Republican state congressional controlled states, right? Or state houses controlled by Republicans, right? The Democrats were with the gerrymandering specifically. The Democrats were saying, well, the Republicans control the district. This is the best we thought we could do. And then they were like, oh, wait, we can bring it to the Supreme Court. And that's why you have all these redistricting, this gerrymandering fights going on across the country is because, for decades, the Democrats were like, well, we can't do anything. The Republicans own it. And now they're fighting. So it's kind of like, I guess what I'm trying to relate is like our presidents were like, well, this is the best we could do. You know, it erodes away a little bit at us. Maybe we win a little bit in some areas, but this is like a total renegotiation. You know what I mean? Like we are winning out of these contracts. We're winning out of these trade deals. And
Well,
it had
how-
to be done at some point. There
How
had
do
to be a
you
reset.
think these trade deals have impacted us? Well, I'll talk about China, right? We've talked about China.
I'll talk more about China.
We're in an active war with China. I know that you said, well, what happens if we can just have peace?
Yeah, what
with
if we could
China?
not be in an active war with China? Imagine all the resources we wouldn't be spending.
Sure, that would be a great win. Both sides would have to agree to that, and we've been frenemies for I don't know longer than I've been alive,
Yes.
right? So I don't see that changing. I don't see a way for that to change because in order for that to change,
We've been frenemies since 1947,
Right.
1999.
so China would have to agree.
Almost 100 years.
Yeah, so China would
83.
have to agree. And we know
Yeah,
that
China would have to
China
agree.
has been trying to become a powerhouse and take us down, and they've had a long-term plan to do that for a very long time. So they've already showed their hand. Like this is what they're going to do. They're not going to change. So since they're not going to change, my biggest concern is that we're so heavily reliant on their goods.
Why are they not going to change? Why would they not change if it benefited both our nations?
Okay, explain to me how
I mean, John
does
Kiriakou.
China need the United States?
No, I mean,
Yes.
I don't think that they need the United States.
For what?
I think they do.
For what?
For what?
We're like one of their number one consumers of their stuff.
No, 9%. We take 9% of their exports.
9%?
Yeah, it's something. It's small. Maybe it's somewhere between 9 and 13.
Yeah, but everything's made in China, so
9
how's
and
that
13.
possible?
Because they export it to everywhere else in the world. They have ever since Trump's first term, when it got even worse between us and China, they were like, all right, well, we'll just export elsewhere, and they've been looking for other partners, for the last 9 years to do business with, and they have increased the amount of exports that have decreased from them to us. They have doubled externally to other nations. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, well,
So we don't have a coalition against China. It is us against China.
the big issue.
I mean-
go ahead.
Their exports to the U.S. total like 500 billion.
I thought it was 600, but yeah.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
says 400. Well, China's exports to the U.S. in 2024 were estimated at 440 billion,
Okay.
which was a 27% drop. Recent data shows a decline, 27% drop.
So in
September
2023, we
compared to the
were
previous
around
year.
600 billion, right?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, but how much is that of their total exports? Right? Oh man. Sixers are way behind right now.
So
It already started. Third quarter.
Yes, they're 19
Holy
down.
crap.
Yeah.
They
So
were
they're-
down. They were down by 5.
So the United States accounted for in 2024. The United States accounted for 14 to 15% of China's total exports, and that was 20% in 2017. So it's
20
been going
down,
down.
to 14, 15%.
And now it'll
Yeah,
even
so
be, and now it's
5%
gonna probably go
decrease.
lower. But
It's
like
going to be less.
the point
right?
is, the reason for the tariffs, right, was to start bringing manufacturing back to the States.
Yeah.
Right. And not be heavily reliant on China's resources like steel and whatever. So
I'm not a big believer in that.
what do you mean?
I'm not a big believer in bringing manufacturing back to the States.
Why?
Because why are we wasting our resources on our educated population on manufacturing when
Because we don't have an educated population.
Well, then we need to invest more in education.
But what does
That brings us to a whole. That brings us to a whole nother circle back to like the urban populations and all those areas and Democrat-run states and cities and all that stuff. So that.
No, I mean, I realize that, but I'm just saying, dude, like, it is, and I'm gonna sound like a Democrat here, but it is so beneficial in the long run to provide our population with higher education.
No,
It
I
is-
don't think
there is no doubt about the benefits.
I don't think that that's just a democratic stance. I think
it's mostly Democratic,
I
especially when you talk about it should be paid for by the government. That's an investment in the future. Now, we shouldn't be paying for, gender.
disagree.
I don't believe we should be paying for, people to go to school for degrees where it doesn't provide
like women's studies.
a high value return, right? Like what?
Women's studies.
Well, I mean,
well, what's a woman?
I
See?
think
Exactly.
it should be
We don't know.
those people should get paid to go to college for degrees that will further the country's needs, right? And we're
Okay.
all this like, this choice country, right? Everybody needs their personal choice and personal freedom. And well, if you're going to pay for, this guy to go to electrical engineering, then I should be paid to go to school for social services or something. Like,
Well, that's
some,
a bad
like,
example because
low-
you actually
like,
do need social service.
And like, if you get a bachelor's degree in social service, you can't even get a job. You can't even get a job.
Really?
I walked across.
Well, I think you can get a job. I think that
Interesting.
there's not something, a field that's going to necessarily be used for social services that's needed, right? You could use most companies that are hiring that require a bachelor's degree don't care what the bachelor's degree's in.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, you have to have some sort of knowledge about the industry. I mean, yeah, like there are places where there's like this entry level job with just a bachelor's degree. Cool. But I mean, like if your passion is to go into that, like if you're trying to get a job in social services, a bachelor's degree doesn't cut it. So I walked across. This was when I walked across from my MBA, right? This other woman was walking. She was right behind me because it was alphabetical order, right? Obviously. And she was like, she just finished her master's. I think it was public administration, master's in public administration. And she landed a job with the city of Albany. And like, this is an entry level job. And they told her the only reason why she got the job was because she was finishing her master's. Like, there's nobody at the office that doesn't have a master's degree. And it's like a $40,000 a year, city job.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
like-
if you're spending as much for school to get a master's degree
Yeah.
and then going out of school and making 40 grand, you did something wrong.
Well, not that you did something wrong.
I mean,
Like,
you
look,
did.
if that's what you want to do with your life, then great. Like, if you got parents that can support you in some way, you find a partner, maybe they're making more than you. I mean, like, look, families can live a decent lifestyle, especially like upstate New York. You can live a decent lifestyle with like $80,000 a year, 2 incomes. That's fine.
Fair enough.
Like,
Are you sure?
I mean, I think you can. I think you
okay.
can. And
Yeah.
look, and there is rural parts of this country where $80,000 goes a long
Sure.
way.
100%.
I mean-
I agree.
When I lived in Indiana, my rent for a 1,000 square foot apartment, 2-bedroom, and the country club fees for the country club that surrounded our apartment was $630 a month.
Right. I mean, yes, there are
pretty
places.
Indiana,
nice.
let's go. We're all moving to Indiana.
Fort Wayne,
Find us
Indiana
there.
sucks.
There are places in the world that you can go move to that you can live like a king at that cost. But those places are few and far between. And then on top of that, we're also not talking about the cost of just what. All right, so you
Well, few and far between. I mean, I would say it's only so expensive, few and far between. This country's freaking huge.
yeah, but if you move to somewhere that's rural, the opportunities there aren't there.
Yeah, but there are smaller cities where it's far cheaper to live.
Smaller cities in the middle of Timbuktu?
I mean, Tennessee is Timbuktu. Like Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio.
It depends on where you live in those places. 100%.
I live surrounded by farmland.
Right.
So
but you had.
I mean, I can get to a city.
You had a specific reason why you moved there.
Right. Right.
And you were able to get a job securing a decent, like a really good amount of money.
Right.
Right. So you guys lived really well during that time. But there are people that you worked with that weren't making what you were making.
No.
Right.
Yeah, but not everybody can expect to make what I'm making.
I'm not saying that they should or they can or that they work up to that. But we're talking about someone making $40K after getting a master's. How much did it cost you to get a master's? How much debt are you in to get a master's?
Definitely cost more than $40,000 to get the master's.
Right. So now you're $100K in debt to get your master's, and now you're making $40,000, and you're living in a rural place. And let's just say your rent is $600, and your car, your groceries.
My point was that if that's what they wanted to do, then let them do them, right? But back to the argument at hand, I don't think the government should be paying for that. Right?
Well, you're saying that the government should be paying for school, and I think the government should be doing something better in regards to not forcing college. And there should be more trade schools. Not everyone is meant for school. Not everyone is meant for school. Not everyone is meant to be a doctor. And I'm not saying that is a wrong thing. It's also,
I'm not saying it's wrong either. My point specifically was that we should put more money into degrees that further our country.
But if we bring manufacturing back to the United States, there are we're not talking about regular factories from the 1950s. A lot of these factories that we would be building would be smart factories, and you need to understand how to run that. It's not like people back in the day where they're in a line and they're checking everything. You have a lot of this equipment that is going to be done with robots and software to get
to
this
that
done.
Point,
and you need people to be able to do that, right? And instead of getting them to go to college for whatever degree, you can get them into the trade to make sure that they understand how to run the factory. And it's not like the manual labor that we were talking about back in the day. This would be blue collar work, but not like what we're talking about from the 1970s, right? So now you have these warehouse workers that, yes, they're warehouse workers. They might not be doctors or running whatever it is that you want to say that they're running, but they need to be educated in that field in order to make things run efficiently.
The problem in that equation is that you build a factory in China, you build a factory in America, right? The people maintaining that factory in China get paid $3 an hour. The people that maintain that factory in America get paid $30 an hour. The math is not mathing.
But
right?
All right, well, yes, you're right. They're making $3 an hour, and then they have to ship it back to the United States, and then they get tariffed for shipping it back to the United States, and then we're talking about a difference. But instead, we should congratulate American workers, maybe have some, I don't know, subsidies or government backing in regards to some of these plants where it lessens the burden on that overall dollar value of $30 or whatever the case may be.
What's the point? I mean, if you're going to give them subsidies, you might as well just do tariffs.
But
I mean, at that point,
but the issue is that we're reliant on China. And what happens when China says we don't fuck with you no more?
Well,
what happens when China says we don't fuck with you no more?
I don't. From what? From letting them sell their products in America?
If we become heavily reliant on China, which we're importing raw material from China.
I mean, we have to import raw material from China. We don't make it here.
So that's
We don't
the point.
have those
So
resources.
if we are making it here,
We can't make it here.
Why
we don't have
not?
we don't have the raw resources. The
materials,
rare
yeah.
earth metals that
The
they're talking about.
raw earth
The
materials.
raw, as Trump says,
Yeah.
raw earth metals.
yeah,
The raw earth
The
materials.
raw rare earth materials don't exist in our country.
Okay, like
I don't know what the metals are that China has, but they control like 90% of, or I think it was 70% of all the natural resources and 90% of all of the processing of those natural resources.
okay. So again,
Like
and then
like Ukraine has a fuck ton of natural resources.
yeah,
You don't say.
Yeah, no
It's almost as if
no wonder why they're fighting this war.
it's almost as if maybe there's a reason why there's the Ukraine war that the United
Yeah.
States is backing
They
them
have
so
an ass
heavily.
ton of these.
yeah, because
Rare
then
earth
if
metals.
Russia, which is friends with China, take over Ukraine, now Russia and China have a big portion of these rare earth minerals to be able to harvest and use.
Yeah.
Which
So it's more. Here's the thing: the rare earth, the minerals, and all that talk is like Scotty was saying. It's not so much that China is the only place with it or the only place you can mine it, but many other places rely on China to process it. So they have a monopoly on processing those rare earth metals, minerals, whatever you want to call them. There's a list of like a bunch that they create there, they process there, they refine them there, and it may be able to be mined elsewhere, but they don't have the infrastructure in place to process and do all that. And that's a lot of them are related to tech stuff, high tech magnets and other electronic equipment.
So I mean,
Yeah,
that's a whole nother
yeah, I
complex
mean, we're
issue that
going
we have
off.
to solve.
Yeah, we're going off
But,
on
like,
a tangent from government shutdown.
We are. One last thing. I also believe that we need to maintain an infrastructure for our military complex, right? We can't just say, all right, we're going to stop making cars, right? And this would be a problem. So I was listening to some Joe Rogan podcast, I forgot, but the car in China, a car like a car that we have here, like a luxurious car, $3,000. We can't allow China to sell their cars in our country because this would be like a freaking Lexus for $3,000, right? Like Lexus would be out of business.
Yeah.
In America anyway.
So much for free market.
Like
I think it's the BYU or
BYD.
What?
BYD.
BYD, the cars.
Yep.
But the reason why we need our automotive manufacturing plants is because they are actually specifically designed to create military vehicles. They can very quickly be retooled to make tanks, to make Humvees, to make Jeeps. Like all of these things we would need to fight a war. There are people who are hired to specifically design them, and they get subsidies from the government to make their plants such that they can be retooled for military manufacturing.
Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a fun fact.
Yeah, so we need our industrial complex for our own defense, and I think there are certain industries, right, for our own defense that we need to protect. But like outside of that, like why are we making T-shirts in America? You know what I mean? Like
back to the T-shirts.
Like I'm using that because it's like an easy kind of like sort of commodity kind of thing.
When
right?
I say
Like,
manufacturing back in the United States, you harvest like this T-shirt conversation, and I can care less about a T-shirt being manufactured here in the United States.
I
know.
It's
Same, but different.
You guys cut out your mics.
It's not about the T-shirts, right? It's just those type of manufacturing. The not necessary manufacturing.
Yeah.
So November 1st.
November
no more,
1st.
No more welfare, you said, right?
No more EBT. EBT is set to run out and stop on November 1st. That's this upcoming Saturday.
Really?
So do they get money on the 1st, and then after that they won't? Because like typically you get.
I thought it was the end of the month they get there.
No, you never heard. You don't remember Bone Thugs and Harmony?
No.
First of the month, wake up, wake up. Yeah, that's what the song's about. In case anyone didn't know. But I knew because we used to get food stamps back when they were actual coupons, not like
Coopies.
not
They're
a
like
card.
bills, right?
Yep. With the
This is a
government
food stamp
cheese.
bill.
So do we know if the first their cards will be loaded, and then moving on from the first they won't be getting any more money?
No, I think it's runs out on November 1st. SNAP runs out of money November 1st. States are now figuring out how to feed millions of people. That's straight from NPR, which is a reputable source. For anyone wondering.
Very reputable.
Well,
Controlled by the government.
yeah. I'm assuming if it's gonna run out on November 1st, the cards
will run
be
out of
loaded.
money on November 1st, will not be refilled. So Trump administration has warned that the debit-like EBT cards will not be refilled and that the program will run out of money on November 1st.
But if it runs out of money on November 1st, that means the cards will be filled on November 1st and won't be filled again.
No, I think
Because if
saying
it's going to run out, that means it would run out. It ran out on October 1st. The cards only get loaded unless it's changed since I got food stamps. You only get it once a month.
I believe it's in the beginning of the month, so they wouldn't be getting it for November.
Right. So then
I see what you're saying.
it's confusing what it's saying because
Yeah.
the money
Here's-
is
No, your EBT card will not be refilled on November 1st due to the ongoing federal government shutdown.
yeah. So that doesn't make any sense. The money's ran out. Is what they're essentially. The money's ran out. There is no more money. So everyone looking at November 1st to get their food stamps are not going to get it. Did you guys see that video of the guy yelling at the TV saying, "Give me my money. I don't have to work. I'm a boss," and he doesn't work. He just sits at home.
I'm a boss. That's awesome.
I heard. I feel like I saw it. I don't know where I saw it though.
I'm a
Listen,
boss.
I
There's basically all the
grew up
states.
poor. These programs, welfare, Section 8, EBT, SNAP, whatever you want to call it, these programs are needed in our society. They shouldn't be done with. So we'll start there. But these programs also have been abused and also have been misused. And listen, I think I made this comment before, but if I haven't, then here's the comment for everyone listening. Democrats want you to believe that Republicans want to take all of these things away. And Democrats want to tell you that they're going to be giving you free money and give you free money. But the Democrats also want to continue to make you feel like you're getting free money so that way you stay exactly where you are and you don't make a change. Because there's a lot of people that have been on welfare, have been on these programs, and it's been generation to generation and nothing has changed. So
They're
that's not
working
what
the
these
system.
programs were intended for. What'd you say?
Said they're working the system.
Well, it's not that they're working the system. Some of them are, sure, but it's what they know. So, like, they think that this is all that can be done, right? They're reliant on the government, and the Democrats want to keep them reliant on the government because if they're reliant on the government and the big bad Republicans say that this needs to stop. Republicans look bad. Democrats get their vote. And good.
No,
Bless you.
sorry, I had to.
And this is my opinion. Like
Yeah.
and I've seen it for years. Like I've seen people abuse the system. So there are people out there that need these services and should get those services. But there are people out there that could be working, could be doing things that would get them off of these services. And that's the intention. Now, how can we develop programs to get these people back in the workforce? That's a different topic on a different conversation. But
It's
good.
it's looking like it's gonna just fall onto every state to try to figure out a solution. And as of right now, New Jersey is saying that it won't affect the people in New Jersey, but that they're pushing for the Republicans to pass some or to use $5 billion in emergency something or another for it.
Every state.
It will, however,
state is
affect
like-
Pennsylvania because in Pennsylvania, the looming snap freeze would occur against the backdrop of the Commonwealth's own budget impasse, which has stalled billions of dollars meant for schools and social services. So Mr. Shapiro is suing the USDA over suspension of SNAP benefits. And basically they're saying they can't backfill the costs. So heads up, Pennsylvania. Maybe go grocery shopping before the 1st.
Well, they only have what's on their card.
Yeah.
They might have spent it already.
I'm just saying, well,
So-
either that or because sometimes people, you know, they don't use the money in a certain way or they save the money or whatever.
Find your neighborhood crackhead, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeez. I mean, this.
What do you mean, geez? This has been like something that's been happening in the hood for years. You go, you give somebody cash, so that way they can use that cash to get their fix. So you give them 40, and you can get like $120 worth of food stamps.
Yeah.
That's how I used to go grocery shopping. I'm not.
I'm not saying you're kidding. The other thing that makes me fucking so angry is that this whole ridiculous. So the whole reason why I just looked it up. The whole reason why that this didn't go through is because the Democrats want to throw in some clause about extending tax credits for health insurance to make health insurance cheaper for Americans, which I think I'm not going to share my thoughts on the healthcare
Bullshit.
thing, but I think it's so freaking dumb, this whole precedent that, well, we can use the budget as some sort of negotiating tactic to get other things. Bro, just approve the freaking budget, talk about the other stuff later. And this is the only way this country can get anything done is by holding it up to say, well, you'll shut down the government if you don't give me this, or, I'll shut down the government if and it's stupid. It's stupid. Just approve the freaking funding bill.
Hold on, I gotta put my pretend this is a tinfoil hat on. It's coming on. So some interesting story I read. Who knows whether it's factual or accurate?
Was it from NPR?
It was not from NPR. No, it was from the interwebs.
The Drudge Report, probably.
No, but the story that's unofficial story is the government is shut down and remaining shut down due to the fact that there is a Democrat congresswoman out of, let me see, Angira. I think her name is Angira. No. I should have had this beforehand. I can't remember her name. Anyway, out of some state, southwest state, and basically she would be the vote needed to proceed with forcing the unsealing of.
Oh, this is Arizona.
It is Arizona, right?
Yeah.
and she's they're suing on the fact they're trying to sue Josh Johnson, I think his name, or is it Josh Johnson? No, who's the Mike Johnson?
Yeah, speaker.
The
I mean, not
speaker.
the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
Yeah, because the only thing that's holding her up from getting to work is the fact that the government is shut down. And
She would vote for it, but they won't fly her to DC.
No. She's not sworn in. So she was elected because somebody died.
Oh.
So they won't. That's why the government is remaining shut down, because the second they swear her in, she flips the number of whatever needed.
She gets the 60 votes
to get the votes for them to unseal and force moving forward on it. And their concern is if that happens, the reason why it's been all swept under the rug and hush is because it may potentially expose the fact that there is a lot of information that will come out that's damning to a lot of different people as a result of a certain person whose name rhymes with Schmepstein being tied to like the CIA and other governments as a asset.
Is this a congresswoman or well, I guess congresswoman elect?
Yeah.
Or is it in the House or a Senate?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get the Adelita Grijalva is a representative-elect of Arizona's 7th Congressional District, U.S. Representative-elect. So she
Democrat,
would be
Republican?
Democrat, Congresswoman.
Okay. So they want to nail Trump to this Schmepstein stuff.
I don't even know if it necessarily nails him to it.
Johnson is trying to prevent
this
it.
This is just the stupidest
it doesn't even
thing
nail it.
that people want to fucking talk about. I'm so tired of it. Because
it doesn't even nail him to it, though. That's the thing, is it's got nothing to do with nailing him to it. It's just there's a reason why it wasn't released before when he wasn't in office, and there's a reason why it's not getting released now when he is in office. Yeah. Obviously, there's shit on there that can't get out.
It's bad for
That's it, plain and simple.
Yeah.
That's why, like, it's just, and I think at this point, the concern is that now there actually is enough for it to come out, and the Democrats are going to use it to pin it on him because during his presidency.
Yeah.
So it's just a bullshit thing all along, but it's like they're playing power games with people's just with people. They're just government's just playing power games with people.
That's all they do ever. That's all they do ever.
But I think what's crazy, actually, no, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. It's just messed up. It's just messed up overall. It's just messed up.
In the next week, the states will find a way to pay for those SNAP benefits and EBTs across the board.
It would be
bad for Republicans in Republican states.
It would be worse for Democrats.
It would be bad for Democrats.
Worse for Democrats that if they don't come to terms with this, that they allowed their constituents not to be able to get
it
groceries.
Will be bad
since they are the ones that push free food, free housing, free this.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if you've looked up like how many people are on public assistance, like Republican versus Democrat, but it's a kind of 50-50 split.
Okay.
So like it hurts both, right? It hurts both Republicans and it hurts Democrats.
Yes. Well, I meant like people in office, not necessarily people that are receiving these benefits. The people receiving these benefits will be 100% hurt, both sides. Sure. I'm talking about the people in office were elected specifically on a stance that we're going to push these social programs.
Yeah.
So, John Kennedy let loose in regards to some of the reasons why the budget wasn't agreed. And I'm trying to get a list of all of them, but
who's John Kennedy?
Senator John Kennedy. Various spending
Montana?
items they objected to, including a program that provided some aid related to LGBTQ community in Uganda.
Why the fuck are we spending money on Uganda's gays?
I thought that was a U.S. aid thing. That was from way before.
Why are you gay?
Screw you, bro. Oh, that should hurt.
I mean, I don't think we should be spending money on social programs in other countries. Personally,
I don't think we should be doing any kind of foreign aid
but
like
I don't
that.
know how long in Uganda it's been legal to be LGBTQ.
Oh my god,
Bro, it doesn't need to be.
Well,
That's why we're sending the
there's a lot
money.
of African countries who are like death penalty. I don't know why I said those words.
Yeah, they just have a problem with mental illness.
How's Morocco's stance on this?
You don't want to know. You can be gay. You can be gay.
Off with the
You know,
sausage.
You're not going to get in trouble with being gay, but you're not going to be openly gay doing gay stuff out and about. Like,
Yeah.
people will know that you're gay because just the way you are, but you're not publicly doing gay shit. Like, you keep your business behind closed doors. That's the stance on it. Like, how it should be. You can be gay if you want to be gay. No one has a problem with it.
So
But
you're
you don't
forcing them
force
back
it-
in the closet.
I don't know. I'm not forcing anybody.
They can't walk around with their partner like in the street.
Yeah.
No, because here's the thing. You ready? Men hold hands in Morocco regardless. So it's not like
Okay.
it's a different culture there. The whole thing is you're not making out and doing public displays of affection, doing dumb shit like that
But are
out there,
men and
or having a
women
parade.
making out in public?
Yeah,
Huh?
this is not fair.
Are men and women making out in public?
Not really. It's more of a conservative country. Like
Yeah.
it's conservative. It's a Muslim country. Like
So they're not out
You know,
there
yeah.
making love under the sycamore tree?
hell no.
Unless you own the whole mountain,
Unless you own all of the land and there's
Like-
nobody around and it's yours.
like
and-
Muhammad's family does.
Yeah, unless you own a mountain and you can do whatever you want on that mountain. But yeah, I don't know. I just think a lot
Muhammad's
of
a prince
I
of Morocco.
yeah, the one of the many. I don't feel it's right for foreign aid to be done the way it's being done. In general, like those kind of programs that are getting in there. Like I think there was something a few years ago they went through and someone reviewed the bill and it's like they're like paying for tampons for some country like
USAID.
some crazy
Yeah, when Trump took down USAID, Trump and Elon.
some crazy amount of money paying for tampons for like somewhere in Asia, South Asia or something. It's like, well, what are we doing? We have people here that don't even have the stuff that they need. We have veterans that are on the street. Like,
if we have
focus on-
if we have such bad social problems in our country, why are we putting money into social programs in other countries? It just seems wild. Seems wild.
It's not.
it's got a lot to do with lobbying and who controls the money for that stuff.
Yep.
So, end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, November 1st, right now, you're not going to get your groceries if you rely on SNAP programs. Fingers crossed that they'll work it out.
Best thing to do, go on to npr.org and there's a article on it which highlights every state and their responses to the ongoing government shutdown and how they're going to handle trying to offset or provide assistance to those who are in need. As of right now, New Jersey looks like they're saying it won't affect people in New Jersey. They're going to find some way.
That's because they
make it
tax you out the wazoo.
Let's not talk about it. It's a lot of money. A lot of money comes out of taxes. from fucking New Jersey.
So when are you moving to Pennsylvania?
My
Sometime in May, right?
Yeah.
my other suggestion would
Convince
be
Farah. Good luck.
that everyone hold their representatives. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't want this divide anymore. Hold your representatives accountable. Let's
100%.
talk term limits. Let's talk getting these people out of office that aren't working for the American citizens. End of story. I don't care if they're Republican, I don't care if they're liberal. I don't care what you are. I don't care if Green Party. I don't care what you are. If you're being elected, you're being elected by the American people to do a job. And if you guys aren't doing a job, go the fuck home.
Yeah.
So, apparently,
In other scandalous news.
yeah, apparently, you know, the NBA has been a little rigged lately, you know?
or is continuing to be rigged. Should be. When that referee get arrested? And
Bro,
Jesus, the NBA this is the worst. This is the worst. I mean, I love basketball, but like, Jesus, get your act together.
Well, it's
Holy
a lot
moly.
easier as an NBA player to sort of be able to do these kind of things.
Influence the result of a game.
Not necessarily influence the result of a game, but like influence individual stats, right? It's a little bit harder and recognizable in other sports to then do those things. I mean, I guess you could sort of fake an injury in football, or
You can miss a
those kind of
pass,
things. Sure,
miss a block, miss a throw.
I guess.
Yeah,
It's
you could do a screen. You could pull someone a little bit more. I mean, there's plenty of.
It's a lot easier though when we're talking
Baseball
NBA
strikeout and
players.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Hitting
unless you're.
I mean, you can't like on command hit a homer. There's that,
right,
right?
and you can't on command hit a ball because that's why there's strikeouts, right?
But
So
as a pitcher, you can throw
Throw
it
a
over the
meatball?
strike zone.
throw a little meatball.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, you can't
think-
throw like a meatball, but you can be like, oh yeah, that slider was meant for the bottom right corner of the, and I threw it down the middle. But then again, pitchers aren't that freaking accurate these days either. So
yeah,
there's
especially
that.
when you're throwing the ball home to get the last person out.
Oh yeah, well, there's a. How about that Shohei homer last night?
I fell asleep.
Hey,
dude.
Homer.
18th
18
inning.
innings, wild. But
Hey,
NBA,
So for people who don't know
Gambling.
and haven't looked into it, there was a sting and investigation over the last 2 years into these gambling rings that have ties to the mafia. Forget the two families' names that were mentioned.
Gambino and Bonanno.
Yeah, Gambino
Bonello?
and Bonanno. And here's the crazy thing, right? Like, they were hosting these poker games, and they were trying to get like people to come and do these poker games, and they were trying to get NBA players, like well-known players, and even like actual poker players, right? And they were saying that you had world-class poker players that did this for a profession, and they would go to these games, and they weren't even run efficiently. Like, the people that were winning didn't even know how to play poker. They were like just throwing chips in and always ended up winning. Yeah. So that's
Is it not obvious?
Yeah. I guess that sort of raised the red flag, and maybe someone made a little
A tip.
a little tip.
Inquiry.
Yeah, a little
Hello,
a little-
FBI.
A little birdie might have whispered
Yeah.
something in regards to some of the losses that happened, because it was just so blatantly obvious. But then that's TV. I was like, is that thunder?
Netflix.
Um but then you have these families being tied to NBA players and coaches and referees that are definitively making the games or player stats or do these certain things, and they have the inside scoop.
Did you you could see there's plenty of videos where you see the guy just clearly throwing the ball away to people.
Really?
What's his name? Clearly, like multiple passes in a single game. It's just like turnover.
Dang, they missed another one. Shit, I'm gonna have to give them the ball again. Is there an over/under on turnovers for this guy?
There was one time that the guy like checked himself out of the game and said that he was hurt, so he wouldn't then continue to play.
Yeah.
They had access to lineups. They were questioning Billups, whatchamacallit. They were questioning the lineups that were created that people should have been starting that weren't starting, and why are these lineups
They need to rest.
Yeah. Why are these lineups the way that the lineups are? So it's going to be interesting. I think that we're just scraping the tip of the iceberg in regards to
I
this.
think it was like 31 or 33 people got arrested.
Yeah, hard.
It was multiple crime families: the Gambino, the Bonanno, the Lucchesi, the Genovese. Like,
Really?
not good.
These families are still.
Gambling is a racket that's going to be really difficult for them to completely eliminate.
Making.
I mean,
legal.
look, these high dollar poker games are, that's one thing, but like, I don't know, dude. The underground betting, where you got a bookie and the guy gives you an account for $10,000 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Money is money. So
like
if there's
my
if there's
kneecaps.
ever,
I said I like my kneecaps.
yeah, if there's ever an opportunity to get, I mean, yeah, people are always gonna find a way to do shit. I mean, that just brings up the point we were talking about previously, right? Like, things are rigged. This may not be like from the NBA side of things. It may be something that's involving the NBA, but not planned out like there's some kind of a script.
Entertainment, right? It's all entertainment.
But it is all entertainment. I mean, it is all entertainment.
Yeah.
And when people start betting on that kind of shit, it's very easy for people to be in cahoots. Like, for example, wasn't there something with like, oh, that fucking call with that fight, right? Like
the eye pokes?
Yeah.
No,
The call with the 3 seconds left in the round, and then like the round ends, and then like he gives him a chance to breathe. Like there's so many things that swayed the whole fight.
Where he
right?
saved him. He saved
that
him.
swayed the whole fight, and then people had bets on it on the first round knockout or first round TKO, whatever it was. Those people lost their money then. And
he thought he heard the bell.
Yeah.
He thought he heard the bell.
Thought he heard it, dude. Thought he heard it. Speaking of UFC, I know we're on a topic, but I just want to say
that was some fucking bullshit.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we don't even have that on the list.
No, we don't have that on the list.
Cyril Gain, you need to get... It's bullshit. It's first off, it's bullshit because there's no scenario where that is an act. There's no scenario where this is okay in a fight like that. You like the gloves. You have to actively push your hand out to have your fingers up. The way the glove is, it by default is putting your hand like this in this position. You have to actively like raise your fingers out. Ah, your mic's cut out again. Maybe it's the monitors.
It's the shitty hardware. No, I got the monitors this week. This happened last week.
Oh.
Maybe it's the USB extender.
You see multiple times that eye pokes happen, right? And listen, we can say what you want to say, but Aspinall up until that point was losing that fight.
Yeah, he was getting his ass beat.
He was getting whooped.
And we talked about it like
Aspinall was just like, I can't see out of my eye because I'm getting beat.
Did you see the fingers go into his fucking eyeballs?
I did.
Yeah.
Holy that made me cry because I had a traumatic eye injury. Fuck that shit. Like, nope.
I can't see, mate. I can't see. I don't know why y'all booing. I can't see out of my friggin' eye.
But we can go back through the card, but I want to just mention Ludovic Klein and Rebecca. Wow. They classified that fight the fight of the night. It was a bloodbath. There was a lot of the blood that was in the ring was all from that fight, I think.
This is a prelim.
Was a prelim. Wasn't even the main event on the prelim. The main event on the prelim, the dude went night, caught a shin to the face. I'll get to that one in a minute. Literally went out cold, and I thought the guy was dead. It wasn't moving. Went completely stiff.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrifying.
And was out for a long period of time. I thought the stretcher was coming in. But back to Ludovic. Third round comes, and Rebecca takes him to the ground. They didn't see it. No one said anything, but Ludovic stood on the ground the whole time. And listen, he allowed guard the whole time, like when it was on the ground, because he was looking for a submission and going through those kind of things.
Yeah.
So watching it, it sort of was like, okay, he's just trying to do this. But the whole fight stood on the ground and for the third round. Well, they pan back and they show a replay of when Rebecca took him to the ground, and the guy's foot got caught underneath, and it looked like it just completely snapped. So I'm not sure if his ankle was completely broken or dislocated or what, but if Rebecca knew that would happen, all he had to do was stand up and walk away, and Rebecca would have won that fight. But
yeah, broken ankle.
Yeah,
broken ankle.
It was on the ground. Rebecca was on top, and he was pummeling. But whatchamacallit, Ludovic was throwing elbows. Literally, like if you look at Rebecca's face, he has a cut that goes across his whole top of his forehead, all the way across, from a vicious elbow from the bottom. Ludovic caught him with an elbow from the bottom. He couldn't get up. Like if they stood him up. Like if the ref got him in between and said, stand up, fight's done. He couldn't get up.
Yeah.
So, but Rebecca was actually in the fight, and it looked like it was getting to be a little bit closer until that one elbow completely split him open.
Jeez.
So Ludovic, I think, won 2-1 on everyone's scorecard, if I'm mistaken. But wild, and like it is gruesome. So if you go back and watch it, you just see his foot gets caught, and then it gets rolled up on, and it just is looking like it's the other way.
I don't like to watch that shit because the other day my knee almost got hyperextended during training. So
no.
Like the guy came down, and I luckily I felt it, and I was able to move quick enough. But like my knee, it hyperextended a little bit, but like. It could have gone like full flamingo, and that shit just terrifies me. Like anytime I see like for example, the Silva kick, the Anderson Silva kick, or those checking low kicks, and then like
that thing just wraps around,
and then you step back.
Yeah.
They go to step back onto it, and then
yeah. Even Weidman's leg got snapped that way. I want to say.
What about McConnor?
Yep.
So
Connor.
Yeah, McGregor.
And then
Gregor McConnor.
Sorry to your boy
Cam Scatterbo.
and that was a gruesome looking one.
Dude, his foot torqued in a way that it's not supposed to torque, and like, that's another bad one. The way you see like his leg sitting there and it just like bent, and they're like but they have to adjust it like super fast because there's a chance for like blood flow cut off and something called compartment syndrome, and then like. If the blood flow gets cut off, then you run the risk of losing the limb. Yeah. But I'm sure the NFL's got.
He's missing 4 weeks.
He's gonna miss. Wait, only 4?
At least.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think he's done for the season.
I don't know.
He might be able to come back. We'll see.
I think they're saying it's like 10 to 12.
The same thing happened to Puka.
I know, but I think they're saying it's 10 to 12 weeks recovery for that injury.
I think Puka's coming back. I think Puka's coming back soon.
I mean, look at Tyreek Hill's foot.
Oh, yeah.
When he lifted that up, it was pointing the opposite direction. That thing was disgusting.
He's going to be out for the season, and he was so happy about it.
Go
Birds.
But you got at least Cam Scatterbo got to experience real Philadelphia Eagles. All that crap talk.
Yeah.
We dropped off pizzas and cheesesteaks at the hospital for him and his family.
Well, if Cam had continued playing in that game, we might have won.
Yeah. if my aunt had a cock, she'd be my uncle, but he's not, right?
Oh, wow, bro. Wow.
Wait,
you're gone.
Gone.
Your voice is gone now. Your mic is out. Nope.
Did anyone watch Black Phone 2?
I did not.
Okay.
Was it good?
Yeah,
I like the first one.
it was good.
So
It was corny, but it was good. There were some spots where I jumped. I didn't jump because there was a lady next to me, and I was like, I don't want to jump. But inside, I jumped.
Inside, I jumped.
Inside, I jumped.
So this
It
was
was
a
cool.
really fun movie. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a great horror film. I felt like it. I thought the artistic pull on the dream state, like the way it was shot,
So good.
amazing. So they shot. So if you remember from Black Phone 1, he could hear
Yeah.
but couldn't see.
Right.
His sister saw.
Oh.
Remember,
I
she had
remember that.
dreams. She had dreams and she
Yeah.
can see.
Yeah.
So in this one, her dreaming is more prevalent.
Okay.
Where when she goes into dream mode, it's shot in 70 millimeter. It looks like very
Little grainy.
old, grainy, but like that's the way it's supposed to be, and like it just represents her dream state,
Right.
which I thought artistically was amazing.
Yeah.
I think it paid homage to Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger.
100%.
I think it also paid homage to Jason, Camp, a lot of like just gruesome slaughtering, those kind of things.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
You should go see
Ghost
it, dude.
did this?
um,
Who did it?
are you gonna watch the movie?
Yeah, at some point.
So I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but
So they all die.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
the grabber.
They got to leave it open for number 3, right?
No, I don't think so.
There'll be a number 3.
You think so?
I think so.
I mean, I didn't think there was going to be a number 2. So
They didn't end it like there's going to be a number 3, but I believe that there will be a number 3. So I'll touch on that. But like, so the grabber, he
the grabber.
was the one that was kidnapping people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
and
yeah.
doing all that. Well,
Ethan Hawke,
it ties to the
who was
to
also
the,
on Training Day.
to the camp because yeah, I did not remember that he was in Training Day. And I should have remembered that he was in Training Day. That was crazy of me.
Yeah.
But and before we go any further, you guys need to watch The Lowdown.
Okay.
I think it's
What's
really,
it
really
on?
good. FX. I think you guys will both like it. I think a new episode just came out, so I have to watch
That's
it.
number 9 on my list.
But if we want to start watching a show together,
Yeah.
Derry just came out. Welcome to Derry, and I
Yeah.
thought the first episode was pretty good. But we can touch on that in a minute. So the grabber started his kidnapping sort of realm at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what got tied back to the camp. And he was tied to the camp because the kids were never found. And now he is in spirit form, right? As a restless soul. So that's where all of this sort of plays into. And I'm not going to go, that's it. That's all I'm going to touch on that. So that way you could sort of understand. But
Yeah. I went into it with pretty low expectations because I didn't really remember the first one that much. But I was like, this is awesome. I was like, this is actually a good movie. Plus, like the storyline to it and the thing, whatever. A little corny at times, certain things, but like, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
I think the corny dialogue plays back into like the old slasher films. I think it was purposeful. I think it was purposely done that way.
Her name calling is hilarious.
Oh, dude.
Everyone's cracking up in the movie theater from the dumb shit that she was saying. Like, yeah.
I can't
You
remember
experience
what she
Jizz
called
bucket or something? Or
that, Jizz
like,
bucket, yeah.
Jizz
Oh,
bucket.
Or what she called that woman when they were like
Yeah, in the room, in the office.
Yep.
Fuck, I can't think what she said. It was funny.
Yeah, she
You should
just
definitely watch.
like mouth of a sailor, that's an understatement.
Oh.
She just would go crazy.
Nice.
And it was funny. Like it was like those moments were funny. I thought like the other moment that was funny was the second night at the camp when she or maybe it was the first night when she sneaks into like their bunk and he's like and like they're talking and the brother interrupts. I thought that was hilarious. Like
I think that was the second night. Or no, that was the first night. Yeah, that was the
night.
first night.
First night. The one thing I would have liked to see more is more of like the grabber. I would have liked to see more of the scenes where she was, dude, when she was getting fucking thrown around, that was wild.
That was like I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
It was
I'm good.
yeah.
It's terrifying.
And the reactions were like
Real. Like
Yeah.
they did really good like they were like good acting reactions. But like honestly, that's what I imagine Tony when he was talking about how like if my daughter is in the air like that's literally like they're just sitting there shell shocked like what the fuck do we do?
Yeah.
They're like how do we what and then brother comes in and I'm not giving anything away by saying this but like they're just standing there like they're just shell shocked. They're like what the fuck is going on? What do we do?
I went with Amber to see the film, right? And I looked at her and I was like, that's what I mean. I literally said that. I was like, if that's happening in my house, I don't need to be there. There's nothing for me to do. Like, what am I doing here? Like, there's nothing for me to do. Now, granted, like
I try and grab my kid out of the air. I don't know.
that scene was a little bit differently because she was getting thrown into the oven, right? So like I would have probably stopped that, but like if it was just floating and dangling and twisting around in a room, oh, yeah, sorry for leaving, okay? But I'm out. No more. I'm done.
All right.
Yeah.
Go see it. I give it an 8 out of 10. Go see it.
I was 7.5, 8. I was around.
That
the
was
same.
literally where I was at 7.5, 8. I rounded up.
I think the only negative for me is I would have liked to see more interactions with the grabber. Other than that, I thought the visuals were great. The premise was interesting. I thought the ode to like those horror movies and just the genre was there. I thought it was really fun watch. I was gonna go see what's that other horror movie that I said I wanted to go see?
Oh, Chainsaw?
No, it's the Sophie or something. Shelby Oates.
Shelby Oaks.
I saw that it had really, really good reviews, and then the day of the release, the reviews started to plummet.
Ooh.
I'm still probably gonna end up seeing it just because I watch horror movies and
Ouch. 57% Fandango, 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
hey, it got better than it's getting better than him. But there are a lot of movies that I want to go see, so it might not make the list because there's I think 2 or 3 movies in theaters right now that I want to see, and
I saw Chainsaw Man, the movie Res Arc or whatever. I heard it was good.
Yeah,
it's an anime though.
I like the anime. I like the show. I've watched the show before, so I may go check that out. That's on the list of watching. But I started Derry. Welcome to Derry. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't know where this season is going. Like that first episode is wild, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Like
right.
I really don't know what they're gonna do.
Right.
Do we think it's going to make it past the first season, or should we bother watching, or is it going to be another like?
I didn't see if it got good reviews.
Yeah, we don't need another duster.
Exactly. I'm just trying to save myself.
Well, so It's got an 8.1 on IMDb and 76 on Rotten Tomatoes. So I don't think it's going to be another duster. Plus, this has
That's
got
weird, man. The IMDb score is higher than Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I just looked at
That
it,
like
so
never happens.
I don't know if
That's fine. That's fine. No, it doesn't matter.
But-
It's
I was
almost
just
like
commenting on it.
literally straight up with Rotten Tomatoes or Shelby Oaks is 58% on Rotten Tomatoes and 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah.
so. And it also has got a lot of publicity, and also it's horror. So it's
Halloween.
it's Halloween. So I think
Yep.
people are going to start watching it, and people loved it. So, I think that this will be this should. I don't know if they're planning to have a season 2, right? This may just be a 1-season thing. So I have no idea. Also, the new Game of Thrones show comes out. I'm starting to see a lot more commercials for it. So,
What is
the
it?
Night something
Yeah,
night.
the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Or
Yeah.
something.
And the last preview I saw of that looked pretty interesting. So,
This is like pre-Dragons.
yeah. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, watch the Lowdown, guys. I'm gonna watch that. But if you guys want to start watching a show, we could all watch together and sort of not necessarily give episode by episode feedback, but at least overall season feedback. That'd be fun. How's Borderlands?
It's good. It's good. I'm almost max level. I mean, I'm max level, but max. They have what's
Gear?
called Ultra Vault Hunter mode. So
Okay.
that goes 1 through 5. I'm 4 right now. So
How many hours have you put in this game?
50.
You playing anything?
Chess.
Yeah, Muhammad's wrecking me.
I just started playing chess.
Moroccans are better than Wallers.
I just started playing chess, so I'll
Nah,
wait.
Practicing.
I'll wait a little bit to challenge either one of you.
I've been playing chess for like 30 years almost, so I better be decent at it.
That is longer than me. I've been playing chess for 20, so
I played Battlefield's Battle Royale today
Oh yeah, how was it?
for about 2 hours.
Oh, that's what you were saying before. That's right. Okay,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
probably
s-
gonna. If
I'm
it's
sorry.
free, I'm probably gonna get it. I might have to do some work on my computer though, since
I have
technical
89
issues.
hours on Borderlands.
Now wait, here's the thing though. Some of that could be AFK time though, because it doesn't automatically log you out. No, it's none of it's AFK time. Oh, their sound is out again. What's up with your mic? Fuck. Mine's not okay. Mine's still good.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
There we go.
It's this trash mixer you told me to buy.
Maybe I don't know.
His is working just fine.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same mixer.
Battlefield is really, really interesting and fun.
I've had this game for a month.
Different,
89 hours.
yeah.
That's not bad.
Different. It's different.
2 working weeks.
There's some differences than Warzone for sure.
Okay. Like helicopters,
Like helicopters, like tanks, drones, but like you have helicopters in Warzone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. But
Fighter
it's not the
jets.
same.
No fighter jets in Battle
Oh,
Royale.
okay.
But these things are a lot easier to destroy than in Warzone. Like if you have a
Okay.
car in Warzone, like you put a trophy system on the car or whatever it is, and it becomes a little bit harder to destroy, where everyone predominantly has something to blow something up.
Okay.
Buildings come down which is very interesting.
Buildings come down?
Oh, 100%. So
The environment gets damaged.
you pick up like mortar strikes, but then there's also like mortars that you can actually
Plant?
like
Carry.
Mm.
Like
claymores?
No.
Mortars.
Like
Like
you lay
pipes
down
with
a
a
mortar.
launching system.
You put it
you
in
lay
and
down a mortar, and then like
Okay.
you pick where it goes and just fire off. So there's
They have something
bounties,
like that
like there's contracts to do, and some of the contracts are bounties, right, where you're hunting somebody. So today we were hunting
Sounds
somebody.
like Call of Duty.
Yeah, like Call of Duty. And we were hunting somebody, and they were in this. I was running duos with a friend, and they were in this building, and I opened this chest, and there was mortars, and I was like, let's see what happens here. And I just started launching the mortars, and you just start seeing the building start collapsing and breaking down.
Nice.
And I was like, I was an engineer, so I also had a rocket launcher, so I started shooting rockets, and you just see this building complete, and then them running out the back of the building. So,
So you can't hide from the fire.
oh, and also the ring, it's not like it goes to a place and stops, and then goes to a place and stops.
Keeps going.
The ring just keeps going. It's just a slow burn.
Wow.
And then when you get close to the ring, you start to like your perception changes. It starts to turn red, like it's fire. Like the screen starts to turn red.
Really?
And then the closer you get, then you start losing health. You don't have to touch it.
Wow. So you can't ride the edges.
No, well, you can ride the edges, but like
You have to be
like
in more.
there's crust, and then you have to like be within that crust, right? But apparently I haven't tried this. If you touch the edge, dead.
What?
Instant dead. Yeah.
No.
There's no like running into the gas or living in the gas. You're dead.
Wow.
Do they have like a gas mask type thing or no?
No.
No, like
Wow.
No.
What about self-revive?
No self-revives. You go down, someone could pick you up, but they could finish you. And there's
But if they go into the
stations.
circle, they can't get you from the circle then.
What do you mean?
They can't get you from outside of the circle.
No. What do you mean?
Oh, you said if you go down.
If you go down, meaning like
inside of the circle.
Inside the circle, like if someone's shooting you and you go down.
Yeah. You go
like
down.
They can revive you.
You can get revived. Okay.
And then if you die early within the first ring or whatever it is,
gulag.
There is no gulag. It's just you can get immediately back. It's like a 1 revive token, and then it'll announce that revives are done.
Yeah.
And they have redeploy stations, but the redeploy stations you don't have to pay for it. You hit a button and you have to stay within that ring until it loads, and then once the ring is full, then your teammate will get brought back. But it's like almost like doing a recon.
It's like a seance.
And yeah.
It's kind of like Call of Duty.
It's like a seance. Well, you just got to do the ritual long enough, and then the soul comes back to the body.
There are aspects to Warzone. Now, what I will say is we'll see how competitive this gets. I've already got 3 wins. Like,
wow.
Yeah. I've got 2 wins on duos, and
that means I should get 6.
1 win on quads. Yeah.
That means I'll never lose.
Shut up. Both of you.
Yeah, Mohammed will never lose.
But I remember it took a little while to get my first win in Warzone, and then once that happened, we were winning consistently.
People are still grinding out them skins on the base game.
Yeah.
Yeah, before they move to Warzone or whatever.
Battle Royale.
But
you can get all that stuff in Battle Royale.
I mean, I guess.
And this is the first day of the Battle Pass, so everything is loaded. They also have a bunch of different stuff added to the game. But Battle Royale's free, so you guys can try it out before you deciding to get Battlefield. I'm not necessarily certain I will play a lot of Battlefield while Battle Royale's really relevant. We'll see. I mean, I enjoy Battlefield. I've enjoyed it. I haven't played a lot of it, but I'll play probably more Battle Royale.
I don't
Right.
think I don't think I can handle playing. I don't think I can play the game.
Why?
Minimum requirements are a RTX 2060.
Ooh.
I mean, it's about time you update your computer, though.
It's a waste of money at this point. What games do I play? I don't play any games where like I'm going to be spending $300, $500, $700 on a graphics card. Like,
Do you have a
I got-
PlayStation?
huh?
Do you have a PlayStation?
PlayStation 3, the fat one.
Wow, bro.
Well, I mean, listen.
You should upgrade that graphics card.
What do you do during the winter?
Jiu-jitsu, same like I do during the summer.
Okay, but other than that, like during the summer, you golf, you go on the boat. Like there's things that you do. What do you do during the winter? Do you go snowboarding? Actively, or every now and then?
As active if there's snow and it's able to go, then yeah. There hasn't really been a lot of snow, and in those cases, then I'm just doing other things.
Well,
All right, he's not going to be playing.
Yeah, well,
Oh, well.
No, I'll try. I'm gonna try with my computer as it is. I'm gonna see if I can do it with it as it is.
Just overclock it. You'll be all right.
I'll just lower the settings too. I think a 1070 Ti, maybe a 1070 Ti is
Could be
comparable
better than
to
an RTX 2060.
No.
It could be. It could be.
Yes,
Anyway.
the 1070. Okay, so the 1070 Ti is comparable to the RTX 2060.
There
The
you go.
RTX 2060 is slightly faster. All right, so I should be able to play it then.
You'll be all right.
Yeah,
So
Low settings.
we're gonna
we've-
do it.
we've talked a couple times over the last couple weeks about dumbing down America and all of these things, and something that interests me is we had a conversation in the summer. I think it was the summer where you were talking about how these scientific publications are receiving backlash because they're not allowing opposing theories.
They don't
Yeah,
get funding.
specifically.
They don't get funding for.
Well, not. This is just like Scientific America or New Scientific or Popular Science, like actual publications, like magazines and stuff. Like,
All journals, too. Yeah, journals, too. Scientific journals, too.
Racism.
I mean, I just recently listened to a podcast about I forget who the two gentlemen were, both doctors in their fields. Were on Joe Rogan, and they were talking about how they published a paper, and it wasn't necessarily against global warming. It just didn't follow the narrative, and it kind of pushed more towards like, hey, this could also impact global warming, and it's not CO2, right? Because CO2 is like the big fixation on the whole global warming, climate change conversation. And they said
warming.
that it was published, and then it was retracted, and then the editor was fired.
seems
like
legit.
within a week or something. And
Okay.
apparently this happened like twice to this guy. Hasn't been able to really get much published after that, right? Like, nobody wants to touch him. So or at
That
least,
sucks.
this body of work. So it's pretty crazy. I mean, like this is science. People are doing studies, right? And you can't get them published. You can't get them out into the world because, they want to follow this narrative of, CO2 is what's causing global warming. And they made a whole bunch of points like CO2 was higher during, some other time period in our history based on, ice core samples, and it was colder than it is now. Right? And it wasn't moving up. But the other thing I thought was really interesting was this argument that, the world is greener than ever. I didn't really know that to be the case. I didn't really dig too deep in it, so it could be wrong. But everybody always talks about, the Sahara's getting bigger or, whatever, arable land is getting smaller. But, like, because there is so much CO2 in our atmosphere, plants are thriving. And I don't know if you
they
guys
need
own,
that.
Yeah, I mean
They convert that
it's
into
their
oxygen.
It's their oxygen, right? So, I don't know if you guys have had, have lawns, but holy shit. Like, I feel like, I don't know why, over the last, 2 years, 3 years, the grass grows like it's the wilderness. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy fast. Like, it'll get 3 days, especially, right after the spring season. It'll get, 3 days, and I'm like, dang, it needs to be cut again. It's crazy.
The gentleman's name is Richard Lindzen, PhD, is Professor Emeritus of Earth, Atmospheric and Planetary Sciences at Massachusetts Institute of Technology,
MIT.
and William Happer, PhD, is a Professor Emeritus of Physics at Princeton University. Dr. Lindzen and Harper are recognized for questioning.
Audio.
Again?
No.
Now you sound like a robot. It's like you're a smoker of 100 years.
Hello. Can I take your order?
Okay, now it sounds better. Except you're being
Sound
funny.
better?
Yeah.
But they were talking about assumptions about climate change and energy policy. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, so they were just, they were kind of getting on this. I mean, they don't see global warming as that, and they agreed that it is getting hotter, right? Like, there is climate change, and they also believe that there is to a degree, the climate change is due to, human factors, but not at the level that it is. And they called it they basically said it was really ridiculous that we're saying, oh, if we go up by 1.5 degrees, it's over. We're going to be in a runaway. He was like, we deal with 1.5 degrees between breakfast and lunch, like Celsius. They're talking about Celsius.
So here, the other thing to think about is, to your point, yeah, it's getting hotter, but it's also getting colder. The extremes, it's extremes, it's volatile extremes. Like we're having colder weather in different places than we used to, and we're also having hotter weather.
Right.
Well, they also mentioned there was a conversation about the polar shifting.
The poles shifting, yeah, that's been going on for a little while. I think at this point, have they shifted?
And they mentioned that was a theory that somebody had where it changed the weather patterns in areas. But we haven't been the science of studying temperature is relatively new.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I know that we can go back in history and study and sort of have an idea of what the temperatures were like. Not 100%, but relative. But they made a joke during that podcast. I listened to it about how you get all of these weather events that are once in a lifetime weather events.
Oh yeah, once in 100, once in 1,000 years.
But they're constantly happening. So how are they constantly happening if it's once in 100-year event, right? And you have these. So before we go into that, the question that I have, and I guess the baseline is, what is your definition of science?
What is my definition of science?
Yeah, so if we have a baseline, so from what I was taught,
science is a process whereby
that's a scientific method. That's not science.
No, science is a process whereby you create a theory and you try to disprove it.
Well, it's to me, science was always defined as the observation of things that we experience in the world and outside of the world that we can see and feel and touch
We can measure.
And running experiments and having theories and tests. But science doesn't operate in definitives. Like
It
science
can always be disproved or
there are
modified.
laws.
Yeah, but
As
they're
a
still saying they'd see
scientist,
changes to it too.
As a scientist, you're never supposed to operate in the realm of definitives.
Okay.
Because the scientific method tells you that you shouldn't be operating in definitives. Because, again, to what Mo just said, you're constantly running tests and trying to come up with, like, if a scientist is coming to you with a definitive, you should immediately question it. And that's my personal take.
Okay.
So when you say you can't challenge science, well, no, that's the fucking premise of science.
Yeah, they did go really deep into the whole, like what is this business of like you can't challenge this, or the whole narrative that like what are you going to argue with science? And it's
that's
like,
the
well,
whole point of science.
That's the point. That's the point, right?
You prove it and then you disprove it and then you prove it again. But the official definition of science is the systemic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation, experimentation, and the testing of theories against the evidence obtained.
And the scientific method is a method of procedure that has characterized natural science since the 17th century, consisting of systematic observation, measurement, and experiment, and the formulation, testing, and modification of a hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
But then
Hippopotamus?
Hip Hop Anonymous. But when you look at a scientist and ask them if they should operate in definitives, no scientist should say yes, because everything should always be consistently challenged and looked at from a different lens. And that's the beauty of science. But the problem that we have now is they're diluting science, because what we've learned is the government gets involved, and the government then doesn't provide financial backing, like Mo said earlier, and I think you touched on it, on theories that go against what they're pushing. So we use global warming as an example. For a long period of time, there were people in power that were pushing the global warming narrative. So everything that was challenging that narrative wasn't funded. And that doesn't create a place for science. And also, what they said during the interview with Rogan is it's setting back the science of the atmosphere by 50 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
That's pretty crazy.
That is a lifetime.
That's bad.
Right? Like, so we're so far back in an area where we could have been studying and could have been trying to understand things, and we're being denied that access, and I don't know why.
But also it brings the question, if this science is settled, right? Which, you can agree with or not, right? The science is settled. CO2 is causing global warming. Why are we dumping so much resources into continuing to research the science that is settled when we could be making a warp drive? I don't know. What could be, dumping money into other things, physics, quantum computing, AI, right? Like we could be dumping our resources into something completely different, but hey, let's keep researching how the science is settled.
Well,
just saying.
It's where the funding, it's like the feedback loop of the funding gets support for the things that they want to
Oh, and it gets 'em
reiterate and
elected.
use for leverage on things, right? Exactly that.
Yeah.
In order for their narrative to go where they're pushing policies that reflect XYZ subject, they have to then have up to date studies that, because as the whole point, science is continuous, right? When new information is available, it should change the, whatever the outcome was of it, or it should be tested against the new information that's available. So you kind of have to have the continuous, continuous thing. So it's kind of the scenario of it's used to benefit when it's good for them. So the science is sound when it's against what other people are saying, but then when something new comes out, like, oh, we have new science now, and this is sound. Like, this is settled now. This is what it is. So I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in.
It raises alarms that where are we heading? Where like what does this look like in 30 years? What does this look like in 40 years and 50 years? If we can't understand basic principles of what science is, like how it should be treated, and how by you taking stances saying, oh, global warming is what it is, and everything that goes against global warming is wrong, and you should be crucified. And to me, how are we going to advance civilization? How are we going to take the next steps forward if we can't understand just what we're doing is wrong and basic principles that were taught as a kid, that there's a scientific method and scientists should be able to test theory and peer reviews aren't even peer reviews now. So what are we even talking about?
Peer reviews are bullshit because they people that did basically a test. They got a document accepted into a medical journal that was 100% made up bullshit. And then afterwards they said, they made a point of it and they got in trouble because of submitting like false stuff, but it just was to prove a point that like there's no scrutiny on what is considered a published in certain circumstances, what's considered, a published article. They tried a bunch of different places and then, they got it published at one of the major journal article or one of the major medical journals or whatever it was. I'll have to get the specifics on it, so don't quote me on this. Don't hold against it. But it just shows that it's kind of a little bit of a crooked system. And to your point, Tony, I think the premise is this stuff is just being pushed aside to essentially other countries with people who are willing to put the time, effort, and energy into actually researching, doing experiments, and ethically like following a specific procedure. For example, like to what Scotty said, why don't we dump money into science? Why don't we dump money into whatever? Other countries are, and that's why you're seeing medical breakthroughs coming out of Japan and Germany and other countries over the ocean. Like basically Japan. Huh?
No, I was making my face at Germany because Germany's about to be screwed.
Well,
because Germany is going against everything in regards to, they're for everything in regards to green energy, and it's not going to be sustainable for them. So they're outsourcing all of their energy from either France or from Russia, did they say?
Yeah, so
I think so.
From Russia.
And they're becoming 100% reliant on outsourced gas. They're not going to be able to sustain like from that perspective, and it's going to take somebody to wake up and say this isn't going to be working, And it's crazy the fact that you have all of those scientists that came up with all of the things that they come up with out of Germany, and they can't sit there and make a decision on that this isn't good for you.
Well, it's because all those people ended up in Argentina and the United States. Anyway, what I was getting at, like for example, Japan, they basically, recently, I'm pretty sure it was Japan. I think it was Japan. They, scientific breakthrough out there where there's a way to regrow teeth. Like you don't, you can regrow your teeth. There's a gene that they found that you can flip it on and off, and your body has the capability to regrow teeth, regardless how old you are.
Wow.
And obviously that's suppressed because can't make money off people being able to regrow their teeth. Dentists can't make money on that, So it's a matter of where the money is propping things up and what is being controlled by interests in, government interests or external interests in certain sectors that determine what gets allowed and what doesn't get allowed.
We don't have
And
preventative health care anymore. We have health care that wants people reliant on things. Why cure something where that
subscription model?
That's not affordable. That doesn't keep the lights on at the facilities. But if you keep somebody on a medicine for the rest of their life, that pays the bills.
Yeah. And just real quick further into it, what you said before about why aren't we doing this, why aren't we doing that? Because those type of jobs and that type of work there's not enough emphasis put on it for people to be interested in doing that kind of work. And the people that are interested in doing that kind of work are immigrants or people from other countries that, have a high interest in it and are willing to do the work that it takes to have those breakthroughs and learn that stuff. The people here are interested in becoming a celebrity, becoming a TikTok star, becoming a, being rich and famous, right? Like they're not looking at things that are necessarily building society or giving back in a meaningful way to make the world a better place. There are some people, so this is more like of a generalization in just why things are the way they are right now, because people look at it and they're like, well, I just want to have a lot of money, and I can get a lot of money if I do OnlyFans. I can get a lot of money if I, dedicate all my time to doing TikTok or posting on social media. I can get a lot of money if I stream or play video games or whatever. So like those things don't benefit society in any way other than distracting people from being meaningful, contributing members of society. Like, I don't know. It's just.
Right.
So listen to us, guys. Listen to us entertainment podcast about,
Well, the idea is bringing awearness to. I mean, we're not the first people to say this, and we're not going to be the last people to say this.
No, I was
it's
being
like
funny that we're part of
I know
we're
entertainment as well, but the difference is we're not here doing this to like become rich and famous. If that happens, awesome. If there's a value that we bring to people in having conversations about stuff that other people don't necessarily talk about, are afraid to talk about, or don't have anyone to talk about this stuff with, then that's, I think, a net positive to bringing awareness and communication on stuff. Like,
dude, I've had some crazy conversations over the last couple weeks Uber driving, and there's a lot of people that are wanting to have these kind of conversations,
but they're scared.
They're just not.
Non-public.
They're not. And we live in a world today where we don't get to have conversations. Like, we can't.
Everything's superficial.
The human experience, we're very tribal, right? And we have to be part of a tribe. But I think being part of a tribe, sometimes we lose sight that we're all part of a tribe, and it's called the human tribe. And that
you're human?
Well, not really. But I gotta pretend to be. E.T. phone home.
Sorry.
But no.
Do you identify as some other species?
No, I'm out of this world, bro.
I'm out of this world, bro.
Okay, Katy Perry.
No, but I feel like we are having conversations here that I enjoy, and hopefully we can get a following that this can continue. And I think there were a lot of people in the world today that are trying to have these kind of conversations, and I would like to be able to start, if anything, just what I want is the human race to bring back conversations, bring back the exchange of ideas, the exchange of values, the exchange of information, and that's how we're going to be able to take the next steps forward. But if we want to play this he's right, he's wrong game, that's not going to be sustainable for us to drive civilization to the next phase in humanity. Like, I want to see shit that's changing the world, right? I want to be able to we talked earlier how much I want for retirement, because eventually, right, I want to be able to see this world, and I want to be able to spend time with my child experiencing the world, and then when my child has children, be able to experience the life with my grandchildren. I mean, I look at like what my grandparents went through, and like my mom doesn't even have a life, right? Like, and my dad is now starting to enter retirement. Your dad's going to enter retirement, and like our dads at least are lucky to be able to be here and be able to experience some things that they get to experience. Your family gets to go to Morocco, gets to do a lot of things and experience, right? And my goal is to just push that forward even further. And the concern is, in 30 years from now, when that should be happening, what does it look like?
What does the world look like?
Yeah.
We're all gonna be alive. It'll be fine.
I mean, I think we'll be alive. I think that
We'll be 1.5 degrees away from the end of the world in 30 years.
Perpetually.
I mean, we could be going into another
1.5 more degrees and we're gonna die.
we could be going into another
Ice
cold.
age.
Yeah, ice
Yeah,
age.
we'll all
going
move to
into an ice
Mexico.
age.
It'll be fine.
Hey,
Let's all go to Morocco mountain.
how close is Morocco to the ocean?
How close is Morocco to?
Far enough that it'll be fine, but
Yeah, the
close enough
Sahara
that-
will be a good temperature then.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll be nice and green.
I'm just talking about, I like to be by water.
Morocco is
It's
a
right
coast.
on the water.
Morocco is a coastal country.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
Is it a
don't.
joke,
They can like throw rocks to Gibraltar.
bro? Yeah, it's a 1 mile strip of water. You can.
Yeah.
That's how people
Water.
get to. He's being funny.
Come
He's
on,
being funny, guys.
Relax. I'm not.
I think he's joking now.
I
I
get
think
it
he's
now.
trying to get out of being embarrassed
Yeah,
about
he's
not knowing where
backpedaling.
Morocco was.
Yeah.
I want to be near water.
He came here on a boat.
He came here on a boat. That's not nice.
I think it was more like a raft with
No
some.
safe
It was like
words.
some
Hey,
wood.
listen.
It was some
Oh, it was a
wood tied together with 5-gallon jugs.
My grandfather
Is
came
this
here.
Castaway, bro?
Yeah, my grandparents came here on a banana boat.
All right,
so
Tom
it's
Hanks.
No, I'm Emilio. What was the hell was that? The Alien Gonzalez,
Oh, yeah.
Alien.
Yeah.
Emilio.
What was
Yeah, he got to pick some fucking coffee beans, bro.
Oh, the
like
Cuban
coffee.
kid, right? You're talking about? From
Yeah,
like
yeah.
25 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago now. We're old.
Yeah,
We're
he's been an
old.
he's been an American citizen for a while, I bet.
Well,
Wait, did they send him back?
I don't know. They might have revoked it, like they're trying to do to Mamdani.
I don't know who that is. Who?
Mamdani.
I don't know who that is.
New York, the guy who's running. You don't know who that is?
Are you
Nope.
serious?
Okay.
Is he running for
Anyway.
mayor of New York?
Oh boy, it's
Yeah.
about to get real in New York if he wins.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, 60%.
Taxes?
Yeah,
Oh, that's nothing.
on the 1%.
He's a socialist.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
I think he's a
Very
Democratic
nice.
socialist. Let me check.
You think
Everyone's gonna move to Jersey.
you think Hoboken is lit now?
Jersey's revenue is gonna be going up.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I
of
think
peop-
New York's going to be in bad shape. He's a Democratic socialist. And
he's
I mean,
Osario Cortez, whatever the frick her name
What
is.
I think needs to happen is
Alexandria
some of these
Ocasio-
people need to be able to let
Alexandria
them do
Ocasio-
what they need to what
AOC.
they want. What I hope is that some of these people do exactly what they say that they're going to do. And we see a great city like New York City not look so good. So that way the rest of the world or the rest of the United States may snap out of this craziness that everyone has feelings or this and that. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be respectful of somebody, but there has to be a reason for. Yeah. This is a long topic for.
point I was getting at was immigration with Elio Gonzalez, or whatever the hell the guy's name was. Basically, they're trying to find a loophole to revoke Zohran Mamdani's citizenship due to a form omission on his naturalization papers from 2017 or whenever it was. So they're
Dude
looking
is a
into
citizen and they're trying to revoke it?
yes, so
That's
that he
kinda
can
wild.
be disqualified from running, so that Cuomo will win.
I can't believe this guy is Andrew Cuomo,
Yeah,
the former governor.
yeah. It's bad and bad. It's bad and bad. Here, the thing is, people don't they're looking at it like, oh well,
They
the
have two
thing
really
that
bad
sucks-
options.
The bad
mean-
option and bad option. But Zohran, he can talk and he's quick with the responses and he's smart. So he made the rest of them look like clowns in all the debates, and he's just better at talking. And
Where's he from?
Uganda,
Okay.
but
You got the
he's
LGBTQ
Funding
funding
from the government.
from our government for them in Uganda. And
yeah, I guess so. But
Uh,
he's like Indian, but I don't know what the hell he is. He's from Uganda, but
yeah, his family is not from Uganda.
no. He was raised in Kampala, Uganda, moved to New York City at the age of 7.
You gotta look up his parents.
It says America. Yeah, his parents, Mahmood Mamdani, and he is Mumbai, India.
Yep.
I knew that, but I didn't want to say it because trying to be accurate and correct here. But yeah, he's Indian. He's Ugandan.
Ugandan. I was going to say
Ugandan.
something.
Listen,
that's not safe.
They play cricket. Okay, if we want to talk
They
about who plays
do
cricket,
play cricket.
they play cricket.
what are you guys talking about? I don't know what you guys. Are
They
talking
do play cricket.
About. That wasn't recorded. What we guys?
I know,
I'm
but
confused.
still. We're
It is
we're
recorded
educating
technically.
you. We're educating you.
We're having private
Anyway,
conversations.
these are-
that I
these are
meant.
Cultural education right now.
It's okay. If it wasn't there, no one's gonna know what we're talking about. Inside joke.
But I guess we have a question of the week.
Yeah, let's
Alright.
hear it.
So the question of the week: for every 10-year-old kid you knock out, you get $100,000. You have to pick a number of how many you can knock out. So if you say 6, you knock out 6, you get 600,000. But if you say 7 and you can't knock out the 7 and they win, you lose all your money.
This is a
How
trick question?
many? Huh?
Is this a trick question?
No. What do you mean? If I ask you how many you can knock out, like, so you say 10, you have 10 10-year-olds running at you to you up.
Okay, see, there right there is the change in the question. You go from
I
saying
thought
how
it
many
was
can you
just like
knock
they
out.
walk up.
They're just
No.
standing up and knocking
walk
them
up,
out. Like,
boom.
Even,
So you got to fight and knock out a 10-year-old.
well, yeah, you're fighting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let me
It's just
I
the
thought it was
question-
just like I said. I thought it was like an assembly
You
line.
pick a number, and those number of kids are coming at you to fight you to the death. Let's just say.
To the knockout.
And you pick a number, whatever that number is. You can get $100,000 if you knock everyone out. If you don't, you lose your money.
1.
Come on.
1.
That's all you can knock out?
Yeah, it's the best of both worlds. I get to minimize the damage to 10-year-old kids. And I get life-changing money.
Fuck that.
I mean, that's the most conservative. That's the most conservative.
I'm not sure if it's life-changing money.
$100,000 to me would be life-changing money.
I mean, sure, but it's less than 1 year of your pay.
So?
Right.
Yeah,
make
but
it
imagine
worthwhile.
all of that money that I'm spending towards whatever debts, payments, whatever, that I could not be spending anymore.
Nah, I'm knocking 10 of them out.
I was just
10?
gonna say, yeah, it's
A
It's
mil.
10. It's
I'm
10.
knocking 10 out.
Wow.
It's 10, yeah.
Putting them to bed.
Muhammad?
10. If it was the first option, like
If
we
you
were
get
thinking, where
tired,
they just
bro.
walk up, I'm going 100. If it was just the walk up
Nah,
one,
you
I
wouldn't
could
be able
knock
to
out
go-
100
you
10-year-olds in a row.
wouldn't be- That's 100 swings, dude.
It's 100
Bro,
punches full strength.
Alternating swings, and I can kick easy,
You're
and I
not-
can elbow easy.
Easy.
I don't know
easy.
if you're knocking out
All right.
100. That's
I can knock out 100 kids.
swings.
Bro, that's nothing.
Okay.
That's a lot of swing. Do you do 100 swings in jiu-jitsu training?
Sure, all the time.
In one day?
Yeah, why not?
Knockout punches?
No, dude, come on. What are you like?
That's what
are
I'm
we talking
saying.
about?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm
a
saying.
lot of
That's
punches.
that's a lot.
It's
I
the
mean, I think Tom
placement.
Aspinall could do that, but like, I don't
It's
know.
the placement.
Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Pause. Oh, let's finish this. Remind me, Tom Aspinall.
It's the placement, right?
I know it's
like,
the placement. Like
you
have
get a
to-
kid
3
first
pounds
off,
of force. Within
and the
2.
kid, like, what they're gonna be like. I mean, if it's a row, one after another, after another, after another, I'm
And
going
they're not
100
fighting
because
back? Yeah.
I'm trying to make, a lot of money. So
That's $10 million.
Yeah.
I'll do one.
Nah, bro. We're
feel bad for them kids.
I don't fuck them kids. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Like,
Them kids, bro.
I'm sorry.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna take $1 million and then I'll give them each 10.
dollars.
Yeah.
he's back. This guy's just as bad as us with the lottery tickets.
No. I'm gonna give them.
Yo, just
Listen, I,
$1,000
was- I
each.
was knocked out a couple times for free.
I'll give him
Actually,
$1,000 each.
for more than free because they stole my shit. So no, like the kids getting. I'll give them $10K a piece.
All right, I got something to sweeten the pot.
So you give them 10%.
They're troublemaker kids,
It don't matter.
and this is their
Those
punishment.
are kids from Greece
don't-
that
that don't
were
matter.
stealing your food.
Oh yeah. This girl said, "This is not money. This is change."
Yeah, those kids. Fuck
Oh.
them kids, bro. Nah. All jokes. It's just jokes. Everyone, it's just jokes.
Just one. Just one.
In sad news or scary news, Tom Aspinall's dad has reported that in his right eye can't see anything still.
No,
Still no
Still can't see
way.
anything. And he only has 50% vision in his left eye.
No way.
Yeah. All he's seeing is gray right now
Wow.
out of the right eye. So
He's really playing this out, man. He's really playing this out.
I believe him. What do you mean playing it out? Did you see the eye? The eye literally went into
Into
with his fucking eye
I
socket.
know.
You know, he's just messing around.
Yeah.
Because we talked about like
I'm gullible.
how
He was getting his ass whooped.
how if you're losing a fight like
That
that,
bad.
and you can
Hell yeah.
like get out of that fight and
I can't
still
see nothing.
maintain your belt, do you do that?
I'm Stevie Wonder, bruh. I'm Stevie Wonder.
I can't see. I'm legally blind.
He probably
Can't
didn't get a
see.
good paycheck from that though.
But we also were talking about like, imagine we went there. Like
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
imagine this was in Vegas. We all bought tickets.
We're like, yeah, we're going to see Tom
We
Aspinall fight.
Fucking so mad.
We
Oh,
flew
yeah.
out.
So mad.
I mean, I would have been very, very mad too, but the rest of the card was decent, and the undercard.
That
Like,
was good.
all of us would, like, we would be there from the time that we can get in and watch all
Yeah.
of the fights. Not like,
Yeah.
that's what we would do because we are a fan of the sport, right?
Yeah.
But he was like, imagine the people that just show up for the last 2-3 fights.
Yeah, yeah.
Idiots.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That sucks for them.
Yeah.
That's painful.
But yeah, listen, I hope Tom. It's scary because it's Tuesday, and that happened Saturday night, and he still can't see.
You think the UFC covers
Medical
the
costs?
medical for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they are an employee. They are
Yeah.
not individual contractors.
Yeah, they're not individual
like in
contractors. They're
boxing.
employee.
Yeah.
Like they have cut men, right?
Yep.
That are not like outsourced. They're
Yeah, it's covered.
so that's scary. But
Yeah, it is.
you keep making faces.
I mean-
are you looking at the
I'm
video
just-
again?
No, I'm just reading up on some of the stuff about it. I mean, listen, eyes are tricky. They take time because like when it's something traumatic like that happens, there's a ton like your eye, there's a ton of inflammation that just happens inside your eye to try to protect it. So like as a result of that, you have the negative effect of not being able to see or seeing gray or only having partial vision or having like floaters and spots and shit across your vision. Like it's
I have those all
it's
the
just
time.
a matter of waiting, but like, you know, hopefully I'm sure they have the best doctors. I mean, the guy's got money, so he's definitely going to the best specialists and the best doctors. And I'm sure, you know, they'll figure out what they can be done with it. I mean, from what I'm reading here, it says the doctor, so this is 2 days ago though. Said the doctor ultimately gave a positive prognosis on the potential long-term health of his vision, but currently, you know, whatever the case is, he's not seeing. But Bisping, right? Michael Bisping lost his eye. So, you know, what did he lose his eye from? Do we remember?
Bisping?
I don't remember.
He lost his eye?
Yeah.
From an eye poke?
So here's what happened. So Michael Bisping lost vision in his right eye after it was detached from a head kick, led to a series of medical complications, including glaucoma, which ultimately resulted in the permanent loss of the sight in his eye. He later wore a prosthetic eye and continued to fight for several more years before retiring. So he doesn't have one of his eyes as a result of an injury from fighting. Yeah, as a result of an injury from fighting.
I'm just saying, if I lost an eye from fighting, I might not be fighting no more.
He's a badass motherfucker.
I'm just
They should
saying.
give him the belt. Fucking, I lost an eye and I'm still fucking people up. I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
Bro, what if that like prosthetic fell out of his face while he's fighting? Like
It's a party trick, distraction.
now you gotta fight.
Hey,
me,
look, my
motherfucker.
eye. Look, my eye, and then kick
Yeah.
him with the leg kick or something.
Imagine like he's about to tap out, so he just pops it out and tries to scare the guy. Like
Whoa!
holds the eye in the guy's
Loses
face.
his grip.
But
Dang.
yeah.
Look
Well,
at his face.
yeah.
He's looking at something.
Because I'm just thinking about it. I know it's just my fucking eye. It's just like
All right.
well,
Thanks.
great
for,
episode.
yeah,
thanks for
thanks
joining
for
us.
listening.
Yeah.
Likes, follow, subscribe,
like, follow, subscribe.
and let us know what you think. Cheers.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on science and culture and the world and everything.
Yeah, I hate
Oh, no.
sounding all friggin'